Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I am back with another video. So I asked you guys on Instagram what kind of videos you want to see, and I got a suggestion to do an advice kind of video. So that's what this video is going to be. If you guys are interested, then don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. And let's get right into the video. Okay, so disclaimer, first and foremost, just want to throw it out there. I personally do not like this kind of video just because I am no different from you. Like, I don't feel like any human on this earth has life truly like mastered, especially like anything that has to do with like life lessons and stuff like that. I feel like we're all just always growing and evolving and things like that, and maybe experiences can help other people, but truly I feel like everybody learns at their own pace and at their own time and through their own experiences. So I always feel like weird about these kinds of videos because I am no expert at like anything that has to do with like life or anything like that. If it's something more simple as far as like makeup, that's really like nothing, and still anybody has room to grow. But if it's something more simple like that, then it's more tangible. But as far as these videos, I'm kind of like, I mean, I guess I can tell you what I think, but with everything, always take it with a grain of salt, because some things I'm not in you guys' position, so I can't really say, and other things like I'm pretty sure I'm not right, or you know, it's always like a skewed misconception or whatever. So just always remember that. So again, this took place on Instagram. So if you guys are not following me on Instagram, then make sure to follow me on Instagram, because I host a lot of Q&As and stuff on there, and it's always linked in the description box. Okay, so somebody said, how do you feel about all of this Me Too stuff? I haven't actually like seen a lot of Me Too stuff lately. I feel like it kind of, at one point it, you know, was going more viral, and now it's kind of like not as much. But how do I feel about it? I feel that it's great. I love that women are finally at least having that ability to come out and speak on their experiences and their stories. It's also very sad and just disappointing, and it's just the truth. And sometimes I feel like even something like having Trump as president had to bring everything to the surface for us to realize, like, not necessarily you or me or, you know, people that have seen these injustices happening and these things happening in the world, but to kind of just slap everybody in the face and like, this is a bigger issue than you think. And that is exactly what the Me Too movement does and did and is doing, is just like, it's allowing everybody to see that it's a thing. Like, women getting sexually harassed and abused in any kind of way is really like, it's so common and it's so disturbing. It's inspiring to see women actually sharing their stories, and I wish and I hope that it does something bigger. But anyways, I'm not gonna get any further into that. I think the Me Too movement is amazing. I think it's great. I think it's also a wake-up call. Someone asked or said on how to quit smoking, and I personally can't give advice on that because I'm not a smoker. And I don't know what that feels like. As far as addiction in general, I feel like when it comes to addiction, you really have to just mentally become stronger. If you're addicted to something and then you stop, you're more than likely to really become addicted to something else. It just depends on if you have an addictive trait or it's the thing that's making you addicted. If you guys understand what I'm saying. So are you actually addicted to cigarettes, or are you just an addictive person? Like, if you leave cigarettes, are you going to become addicted to something else? And if you're an addictive person, then I would advise you to dig deeper and see where that is coming from, because usually it stems from childhood development somewhere. But if you're just addicted to cigarettes in general, then you're just going to have to wean yourself off of it. I don't know if these things work, but there's patches, there's gum, there's like a lot of little things that I think you can ask your doctor for, that you can get prescribed or you can do. Become stronger and understand that you shouldn't allow any vice to control your life, because life is so much bigger than that. And if not for yourself, definitely do it for your family, for the people that love you, and ultimately you should be doing it for yourself, because then it's just a stronger motivation. Somebody said natural beauty, confidence, and being approachable. I guess they're asking for like my perspective on these things. So natural beauty, I think I love natural beauty. There are a lot of influencers and stuff like that, the naturally curly hair community, or women who just don't wear makeup because they want to really express their natural beauty. There are a lot of like influences in that area, and I just think that natural beauty is beautiful. It's my favorite kind of beauty. I actually love myself most when I'm just fully natural, but dressing up and putting on makeup is fun, so so that's that. On confidence, I just say that it comes from within. Don't do things for approval of others, because no matter how many times somebody says that you're beautiful, you're this, you're that, you're not gonna feel it and feel confident just by other people's opinions. It's gonna have to come from within. So you're gonna have to find things that you love about yourself, and you're gonna have to learn to love yourself to gain the true confidence that you need. And being approachable, I don't know. I usually like smile at people a lot. I guess that's being approachable, but I don't know from what perspective you're asking. So a couple of people said love. So as far as advice on love, I need a specific question. As far as perspective on love, I feel like love is the best. It's one of the best feelings in the world, is love, when you love somebody and when you feel loved. If we're talking about romantic relationships, when it comes to love and romantic relationships, then I just say, I think love is love. Like if you love somebody, I feel like that is enough. A lot of people actually say like love is not enough, and I respectfully disagree. If you truly love someone, it'll take you through everything. It'll pull you through everything and anything. I love love. Advice on self-motivation and self-motivation improvement. So how to improve self-motivation. I feel like the first thing that helps me become motivated if I'm feeling like really sluggish or whatever is understanding my why. Like literally take out a piece of paper and write why. Like if you want to do something, for example, you want to start a YouTube channel. Why do I want to start a YouTube channel? And your whys have to be really strong. Like it can't be like, oh, because I just think that it's fun, it looks like an easy way to make money. Like, you know, like it can't be something so like making money is so small. Like if you're doing something just to make money, or if you're doing something, oh, because my family thinks it's cool, or something that really isn't as strong, you're not going to be successful in it, because you're not going to enjoy what you do. So as far as self-motivation improvement, I say to just really pinpoint what your whys are, and it can be multiple things. So, and usually what I did at one point when I was feeling really like unmotivated is I wrote a whole list of whys. I have plenty of reasons why I do what I do and why I don't want to live a typical life. Like I have plenty of reasons and why. So I made a list of that, and every time for that entire, like I think it was like a week, I just read it every single day and reminded myself. And even then when I feel down and out, I still go back and I read it, and I'm just like, okay, this is just like a boost to kind of wake you up and make you realize, okay, this is why. Okay, I get it. Advice on loving your own body. I love you. I love you too. I'd say for you, watch my Curvy Girl videos, because I talk about self-love in a couple of those. But really quickly, to sum those up and sum loving your own body up in a couple of words, really is just like understanding that the way you are is, there's actually nothing wrong with you, no matter how you look. And how, like, the only time I'll say that there's something wrong and that you should take into consideration is when you feel unhealthy. If you're truly feeling like unhealthy, like you've gained so much weight, you can't get out of bed, like you feel unhealthy, then I'd say, okay, then that's a problem. Then you should strive to feel good and not necessarily look good, because once you feel good, you're gonna look good, because you're putting that into the universe and all of that. I say just first understand that there's nothing wrong with you. Society's perspective on how your body should look is always distorted, no matter if it was years ago, no matter if it's now, in the future, there's always gonna be a certain trend that society actually prefers. So I'd say just learn to love yourself, because you are made in that body. I just feel like if something is natural, then there's nothing wrong with it. Like, for example, stretch marks are natural. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no sense in waiting for somebody to feel like, to show their stretch marks for you to feel like you're beautiful with your stretch marks. So I hope that helps. Advice on social media marketing. That's a great one. I could literally talk about this for a really long time. But when it comes to social media marketing, the key point is know your product, know your audience, because the more you know your product, the more you're gonna know your audience. So who's your target audience? And number 3, when it comes to social media, you have to put yourself out there. Like, promote. You have to put yourself out there. Ask people to give you a shout out. Try to get some free shout outs. If not, invest into yourself. Like, that's one of the biggest things that, especially as an entrepreneur, you have to do, is like really invest into yourself. Like, you're gonna have to spend money to make money, and I know people say that, but you don't realize you actually have to like spend money to make money. So once you know your audience, which is one of the biggest things, you'll know where to target your promotion at. You have to be really aware of what you're selling, who you're selling it to, and from there, when it comes to social media, it's all about really socializing with people on social media and really just putting your face out there, putting your product, putting your face out there. And so someone said being someone you're not. So my advice or perception on being someone you're not is really just don't do it to yourself. Sooner or later, if you're trying to be someone you're not, it's gonna slap you in the face in one way or another. Like, you're just not being true to yourself, being true to the people around you, and everybody's unique and you have so much to offer, even if it feels like you don't, because there's so many people in the world and it makes you feel like crap. Like, you really have so much to offer that you don't have to try to pretend to be someone that you're not. There's like a bunch of clones. Like, there's so many people that it's just like, okay, like, you're just like this person, you're just like this person. But I know everybody is special, but they try so hard to be just like everybody else. It's so funny because this actual question or statement reminds me of my quote from my high school quote in the yearbook, and it was something about if you try to be something you're not, the essence of who you truly are will fade away. Something like that. So everybody has this beautiful like essence of themselves and uniqueness, and the more you try to be someone else, the more that's gonna fade away, and the more you're gonna lose yourself, and it's not gonna feel good. Like, perception versus reality. I feel like now with social media, everybody's perception of things is so off. It's so crazy. Like, it's really crazy. Nowadays you just don't know, and actually every day, and even before social media, the thing about it is that you just don't know. And just because social media is showing you something, that doesn't mean that you know. Even when it comes to certain things, like when it comes to sports or news or something like that, and there's so many false accusations, and these things always existed, but because of social media, people feel like now they're getting confirmations on certain things, but truthfully, you actually don't know unless you're there. So many times you'll see these gossip pages and stuff, like, talk about a person's life, and then the person comes out and says, this is like so far from the truth. Like, you know how people always make their resume sounds like super good because of so they can get the job? That is how social media is. They're gonna make their social media look so good so people can like them and they can get the following and blah, blah, blah. Like, even I personally just keep all personal and private stuff to myself. It feels more special that way. So that's why I don't share anything like private or personal or anything. I open up a little bit more on YouTube, but still not a lot. So I'd say you just don't know. So this is gonna be the last one. Somebody just said life. My advice on life is just that life is actually, as much as you hear it, it is actually very short. Time is of the essence. Time is really precious, and I'd say use your time wisely. Always. Don't take things too seriously. Nothing is that seriously. I'd say approach everything with a light heart, because as I said, nothing is that serious. Keep in mind the people that you keep around you and the people that are genuine towards you, because there's not a lot of that, but there is. Like, the people that are really genuine towards you is the people that you should actually always keep in your life. Things change, people change. Don't take anything personally. Honestly, I just give you the 4 agreements. If you follow the 4 agreements along with everything else that you do in life, you'll be great. Be impeccable with your words, meaning don't gossip and don't talk negatively on anything or anyone. And it won't come back to you, because karma is real. Don't take anything personally, whether it's somebody literally talking to you, calling you names or anything like that. Just don't take anything personally, because 10 times out of 10 is not anything about you. Even if it is directed towards you, it has nothing to do with you. Don't make assumptions, meaning don't think that somebody is doing something because of a certain thing. Don't think that you didn't get the job because you weren't qualified. Don't make assumptions. Literally always ask questions for clarification, and the more questions you ask, the more clarification you get, and the less assumptions you need to make, and the less crappy you'll make yourself feel, because essentially assumptions make you feel really crappy and they're not true. And last but not least, always try your best with everything that you do. Always try your best to follow those rules, and always try your best with anything and everything that you do, because all you have is your best. Meaning that if today you wake up and you just feel down, you feel sick, and you feel like you don't want to do anything, take it easy on yourself and understand that that was your best at that day, and your best is going to vary from day to day. If you wake up today and you have the best cup of coffee and you feel energized, then your best is going to be better than it was yesterday. But just always try your best, because the best is all you have to give. And then those are the 4 agreements, and if you follow those, trust me, it's going to do a lot for you. But overall, just meditate, stay positive, stay up, keep positive people around you, keep people that are actually like doing things around you, because it's going to keep you motivated, and stay focused. That's my advice. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I actually like this video. I would film another one like this, so if you guys want any more videos like this, then comment your questions and things, topics down below, and I will get back to you with the part 2. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for participating. If you want to participate on things like this in the future, then make sure to follow me on Instagram, because I host these things on Instagram. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll see you guys in my next video.